Hello everyone, this is right hot off the presses. The moment I woke up I knew that I had to get on and like new kits would be out, and I was correct. So, before I start, just wanted to say, bear with me for being a little bit groggy because of that, but also wanted to say thank you so much for all the support in the last video. Actually, my most viewed video on the channel ever. So, I was just so shocked, and I really appreciate all the support that was shown. So, hey, if that happens again, I'd be super happy, but if not, then, well, I still enjoy making these, so no worries there either. But, of course, I have been so excited to talk about this kit. One of my favorite characters in Library is actually Philip. A lot of people do not like Philip. A lot of people not. I love Philip. I think he's an amazing character, and I love a lot of things about him, so I could not be, like, more overjoyed that there's a Philip ID and it's going to Sinclair of all people, which deserves it, for sure. I have not seen this kit at all, so gonna be reacting to this very raw, and remember that just because I say it might be good does not mean it is. It probably will be, but just take my words with a grain of salt, because I can't accurately predict how things will look in terms of clash power or actual, like, meta changing, but I'm just going to give my first impressions and my thoughts and reactions, and, well, I hope you have some fun with me along the way. So, first things first, we have a skill 1, Fierce Charge. Very happy to see that. I thought it was going to be, that's interesting, I thought it would be the skill, like, 3, but I guess it's a skill 1. On use, when in volatile ego state, consume SP. Okay. On hit, inflict burn, and then on heads hit while in volatile ego state, reuse coin. Interesting. Okay. So volatile ego state, that's to me saying that, okay, real quick, gonna have spoilers for Canto 6. If you've not played Canto 6, please skip past like the next 15-20 seconds. Alright, here we go. So, Virgilius, he had a thing where he started the fight as normal and then halfway through switched to ego form, like popping it. And that's what I think they're going to aim for with Sinclair here, where he's going to be starting as normal and then flipping. But maybe he's going to flip-flop versus the one and done for Virgilius, but okay. So, with that, I'm interested to see how that'll look. Reusing the coins, coin hit, depending on how much damage it does or how high it clashes, could be really insane. Kind of like with Ryoshu, we can see how powerful reusing coins are. Even though that skill 3 can be a little hard to proc at times because it just does so much damage. If you do get it, that reused coin, so strong. And you'd love to see it too. It feels really great to get that. The fact that it's on a heads hit, though it consumes SP, means it will be harder to land. But if it does, you know, it might get some really good damage out of that. And also, I love how I just glanced all 4 of these are named after library cards, so that makes me very happy. So, skill 2, Sunset Blade, one of my favorite cards in the early game. It's just a shame that it gets outclassed very early on, but here we go. If target has X plus burn, gain clash power. Amazing. As I said, every status ID should have this. Every ID should have some kind of scaling coin power or clash power property, because otherwise they get left behind, and that bums me out. On use, when in volatile ego state, consume SP. Okay, so volatile ego state is going to be a SP consuming thing consistently. Seems about right. Before the attack, when in volatile ego state, gain attack weight. At X SP, gain more attack weight. Okay. Alright. And then after the attack, you consume SP if you're in the ego state. Attack weight? That is not what I was expecting for Sunset Blade. Sunset Blade's always been, you know, the nice little damage option for, it's, you know, it's not going to clash insanely well, but you can, if you get 3 hits on something and it does clash and win, then just, it's really worthwhile, and it gets all the burn. Like, the burn application is really what Sunset Blade is excelling at there. but attack weight, especially on a 3-hit ability, or 3-coin ability, that increases burn count, not burn potency, burn count. That's really strong. I think something that burn teams have suffered from before is like, yeah, you have all the potency in the world, but actually like burn count is kind of hard to pull off as far as I'm aware. I know that we have a few IDs in there. I think Limbus Salt is used for like burn count mostly, or maybe that's Hong Lu. Don't quote me on either of those, but I know one of those IDs that's not really as good is used for just the burn count, just because burn doesn't have a lot of access to burn count. So, hey, 3 instances of it, that's actually pretty nuts. And especially if you get attack weight, spreading it to the whole team, or the whole like enemy team that you're fighting, that's incredible. More burn to go around, lasting longer. Yeah, what more could you want? Skill 3, Stigmatize. I hope that skill... Yep, okay, yep, I can see it now. So, coin power for plus X for every Y burn on target. Oh. Yep. But I glanced over, and it may be because I'm groggy, or maybe because of the font, but it looks like it just says bum. Sinclair, you bum, but... moving on. So, coin power, very good as always. When in volatile ego state, activate Blazing Strike instead. Okay. So the skill 3 transforms if you're in ego state. Kind of like how Mersault, you use Yield Flesh, and if you lose the clash, you get to claim your bones instead. For this instead, it is just when you're in the ego state, your skill 3 becomes a skill 4. Really cool. Love that. And also Stigmatize. On a clash when you heal SP, on a clash you lose SP. Yep, that's about right for Stigmatize. Honestly, I thought they were going to play it like Library, where even just hitting makes you lose sanity, but it's probably going to be like, well, if you're wanting to lose clashes, it's going to make you ramp even harder, because you're going to lose SP for losing the clash, and then you're going to lose SP on more on top of that for getting the clash lose on the Stigmatize, and it also inflicts burn. So let's just go ahead and see what we're getting into here with Blazing Strike. 1 coin. Gain coin power for every X summon burn potency on all enemies. Hold on. That's the first we've seen that. Sum of burn potency on all enemies. How hard is this skill going to be hitting? This is going to be like, depending on how it scales and where it starts at, this could be like out-clashing egos. I mean, I guess that should be the case, right? It is an ego. Like, it's a ego state. It should clash as high as like ego normally. Like, that would make perfect sense, right? But like, holy smokes. On all enemies. It's not that difficult to get to 99 burn in Mirror Dungeons if you have the right like gifts and you're using your team correctly. Not that difficult. So, holy smokes, with 99 burn, I wonder what the upper limit is going to look like on this skill. That's going to be insanity. Okay, that's already exciting me. We have a clash win for healing SP and a clash lose for losing SP. I guess to get more of that ramping going, or maybe take down some of the ramping so you can't just stay in volatile ego state the entire time. Because otherwise, yeah, no, you'd want to do that. You just let me get my Fierce Strike all the time. Let me get all this bonus stuff and attack weight all the time. No, it's not like a switch being flipped. You're going to probably move back and forth between these forms here. Deal more damage based on Wrath Resonance. Wrath Resonance, okay. At X plus highest Wrath Resonance, A Resonance. Okay, that's nice. Deal even more damage for every Wrath Res. Okay. So it's just, yeah, if you have Wrath Res, which I think the burn teams have a lot of Wrath, I'm fairly certain, so that'll work. After attack, lose SP no matter what. Okay. So even if you win the clash, you're still going to lose SP. I'm sure it's not the same amount. It might be. That would be amazing. but you're probably going to come out a net, probably in a little net positive if I'm going to guess. But, you know, hey, even then, it's still going to be a little slower to get you back into normal state. So, hey, that's worth, as far as I'm concerned. So something I haven't been considering is maybe these are like, or half of these are negative coin skills. Like I'm betting for some of these, maybe Stigmatize, maybe Blazing Strike, maybe not the Sunset Blade and Fierce Charge, but maybe they're all negative coin skills. If these are all negative coin skills, this whole ID just would be so cracked. I didn't consider that. I think that might just be the case, where they're all negative, or maybe like just one or two positive where the rest are negative. They haven't usually split that. Usually it's all or nothing, but they might. Who knows? Maybe something new. But if these are all negative coin or negative flips, yeah, no. All the sanity loss, you're gonna ramp super fast, even from round 1. And maybe you can just slide right into the ego form. But let's not move on too fast here. The actual attack. Deal more damage for every burn on target. Insanely good. Ties with the clash power. On hit, if the target has X plus burn, inflict burn against number of highest resonance, random enemies. Okay. If the above resonance was wrath, inflict count as well. Oh, okay. Inflict burn on another hit, on hit, inflict burn, and then on kill, randomly inflict burn potency on the defeated target between all enemies. Okay, this might be one of the strongest skills in the game. In terms of a like status effect debuff applying like skill, this is one of the strongest skills in the game. Okay, so okay, hear me out. We have coin power on burn potency on from all enemies, so it's gonna hit like. Wait, does that mean it won't be capped? Because enemies are capped at 99 burn. We know this. Is that, would that be implying that it would be 99 because it would be capped, or is it saying that? Would it be uncapped? As in, instead of being 99, it could be like 30 on that guy, 60 on that guy to make 90. Or maybe it's all like 5 enemies have 99 burn potency. That adds up to like 400 or 500, adding to your adding to the clash power, like, you know, equation there. Okay, depending on whether or not that's capped on the sum of the burn potency, may make the skill like hit freaking crazy. Like it might be hitting like 40s and 50s on the regular, depending on your fight. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like it's still going to be capped at 99. But if it isn't, oh my god. So even without that, let's move on. Wrath Resonance, just scaling 2 instances of extra damage on Wrath Resonance. That's gonna hit really hard. Even on top of you clashing insanely hard, it's gonna hit even harder. That's great. We're dealing more damage for every burn on the target, which they're gonna be capped on burn because we're a burn ID and we're doing burn on everybody. They're gonna be capped. We're close to cap, so more damage on top of that. Then we're gonna inflict, if we have a whole resonance, we're gonna not only inflict burn, we're gonna spread burn to everybody, making us ramp even harder because we scale off burn, as does our team. And then we're gonna inflict burn count if it's Wrath Resonance. So not only are we spreading burn, but we're spreading burn that will last for however so many turns extra. And then we're also, by the way, just randomly going to inflict burn potency on the defeated target, or the defeated target had on a kill, to all enemies. So that's a double spread. You're spreading once for just hitting them with burn, and then you're spreading them again on killing them. with the count. My God, it seems like Project Moon is really wanting Burn to work out. They really want Burn to be meta for now, because now we're in kind of a sinking meta currently with how strong the Butler's coming, and I think Heathcliff will make that team even like more insane. That will probably put that team into the S tier. Even that right now, I'd say they're sitting at like maybe like a high B or a low A, but yeah, when Heathcliff comes out, that's going to be an S tier team. And this, think about it, we have now three, for the first time, three good solid Liu IDs in terms of Hongu is always kind of decent, but he's on the lower end. And then we have Rodion and Ryoshu that just came out. They're going to be insane in a proper team. And now you have, of course, Black Flame Otis, who is incredible for burn teams and the unique burn application that she does. And now you have Dawn Office Fixer Philip Sinclair, who is now going to add onto that team even a stronger core of burn clash power. Hey, yeah, I think Bird's in. I think I might finally be getting around to uptying for those Liu IDs and these IDs to get that burn team going. I'm just saying. But we're not done with the kit yet. Let's continue on here. Let's get through the last of this stuff. Defense skill is a shield. It makes perfect sense, like Feather Shield for Philip. When a volatile ego state gain base power for every burn on target. Amazing. That might mean it might actually clash very well. I mean, not clash, but you know, might give him like a very hefty shield. Very good. And when a volatile ego state lose SP, that's good. You want to lose SP when you're in that state, so hey, love to see it. Awesome. Stigma Workshop Weaponry. This unit inflicts more burden, potency, and count with its skills. Of course. Never mind. We're not just going to inflict all that insane burn, potency, and count. We're just going to do it passively too. Just because we can. Why not? When a volatile ego state at 0+ SP, gain coin power. At 45 SP, gain even more coin power. Oh my god. Just so much. I was wondering, I was looking through the abilities, and I'm like, okay, well, we have some clash power in here, but the coin power is like only a little bit. We only have it on the skill 3 and the skill 4. Oh no, that's because he just gets it passively based on his sanity. Oh, okay, that's fair. That's a fair and balanced passive right there. Okay. Here we go. Unstable Shell of Ego. This is the big one. This is what I've been waiting on the whole time. This is what you've been waiting on, probably. Turn start at 45 SP. Consume SP to enter the... Oh. Okay, well, I've been wrong the entire time. I thought it would have been at the lower you go, it procs. No. The higher you are, if you're max, it procs. That means that... like, you're gonna... Okay. It actually... Like, it's trying to get you... It's trying to slow you down with all these skills that consume SP, at least until you get to Wild and Volatile Ego State. But... Okay, so you want to ramp up. Okay, interesting. So you consume the SP to enter Volatile Ego State, Waxen Pinion State. If 2+ allies are defeated in a single turn, and if this unit's SP isn't at 45, minus 45, at turn and reset SP to Y, then enter the Volatile Ego State, Waxen Pinion. That's funny. Call it a library right there. Yep, if both your allies are defeated in a single turn, he's gonna automatically flip. Which, I mean, if 2 enemies are dead in 1 turn, you're probably dying anyway, but hey, there's a chance. If you're on that floor 5 boss, there's a chance he could pull it out. That's cool. Let me just look at here. Okay, if this unit gets staggered due to damage or block. If this unit gets staggered due to damage or raise stagger threshold when entering the volatile ego state, recover from stagger. Okay, that's really nice. Yeah, so hey, if you get to your ego state but you're staggered during that, nope. I'm good actually. I'm actually totally good. Totally fine. Don't even care. Okay. When stagger is something that cannot be naturally recovered from, this unit does not enter. Okay, so if you're story staggered, like some of the fights have, like Cromer stagger in her fight. Yeah, no, you can't get your ego state off that for free, but it would be nice. Gain volatile passion while in volatile ego state, and turn start at 0 or less SP. Exit the volatile waxen pinion state. Okay, so I had it completely flipped. I had thought that you would want to get lower tier, lower your SP, lower it all the way, and then you would flip, and then you'd try, and then once you like made back the SP to either 0 or 45, you'd come out of it. But no, you turn into it at 45, and then you're trying to keep it from decreasing to 0. Probably. That is actually much better. That means it's much more consistent, easier to pull off, and it means that high sanity teams or teams that run sanity gaining like egos and stuff, like Fluid Sac, are going to benefit insanely to Philip. So, hey, that's really great. That should be a lot more consistent, should be a lot more better on clashing, and he should be able to get a lot of value out of these skills. Let's not forget support passive. When the number 1 center to be deployed heads hits, inflict burn count. Interesting. We don't usually have support passes that call out the number 1 deployed center. But hey, that means you have absolute control over who gets the burn count, which is really cool. So for some reason, in the future, if there's a frickin' Zhao that requires all 6 to be Liu association, yeah, throw her in number 1 and then throw Sinclair here on the support. Hey, free burn count. Awesome. Love to see it. Then finally, we have Volatile Passion. And Volatile Passion is gained when you're in the ego state, and from the passive there, Shell of Ego. On hit, inflict burn, flat. Okay, cool. Just more passive burn inflicted. If the main target has burn, gain final power. Insane. We have another clash power adding thing. When hit, if this unit had a defense skill chained at combat start, inflict burn against the attacker from 1 turn. That's calling out Feather Shield from library. That's super great. That means even if you're just defending you could just defend to defend. Like, say you're fighting a boss and you have like 3 skill slots, you could use 2 of your skills to attack, and that 3rd one to defend. And if you're getting like hit with unopposed attacks, or you're just happen to be getting hit, you can't clash everything. Yeah, you're just giving him burn right back. So hey, even better. And finally, turn end, lose SP based on turns spent in the volatile ego state. So they are making it to where you cannot just out fluid sack your meter. It's going to just keep ramping harder and harder and harder until you eventually fall out of your ego state to have to build it back up. Well, you know, we only had 1 ID this time around, but it was worth it. I somehow have been talking for over 20 minutes. It's actually kind of crazy to me, but man, this ID looks amazing. I love everything about it. I cannot wait to play with it. I can't wait to get this and uptie for it and see all the insanity with it. Well, there's probably what you came for, but of course we still have a few more things to get to. These will be hopefully a lot quicker. I shouldn't have to talk too much about these at length, but we're going to be moving on from Sinclair to Mrs. New Fan Art. Lots of new fan art I love here. There we go. There's my zoom here. Wingbeat Ishmael. All this needs to do is heal. All this needs to do is heal and it's good. Ishmael just needed a healing ego. So, oh, yeah. Healing. Yep, okay, we're good. Duh. All right, we're done. It's good. Just joking, but let's see what we have here. It's a he. It's a he ego. It's interesting. It's a little bit up there. At least it's not anything. It's not a war or anything. Not going to contend with blind obsession, but let's see. 2 coins, ego. Good. One of the few cases of an ego that has multiple coin rolls for it. If the skill's healing exceeds the unit's max HP, the excess healing goes to one ally with the least HP percentage instead. That's amazing. Amazing. If you cap out on healing, yeah, it just goes to the weakest ally. On hit, heal X% of max HP. Max HP is insanely good. That means if your Ishmael's pretty healthy, but your tank is hurting, your tank's gonna heal based on their max HP, or maybe just her max HP, which would still be really good. It's still high. Ishmael typically has higher HP IDs as far as I'm aware. Maybe you just want to run her slosh mail. Please don't do that. No, just run captain or something and just make it easy on yourself. But yeah, healing for percentage, always good. Heads hit, lose SP. Heads hit, reuse this coin. And then heal self for damage dealt percentage. Inflict gluttony, fragility, and inflict bleed. Okay, interesting. So this coin, this ego is... You're gonna see how many times you can get to flip heads in a row. Kind of like in library, where you get to see how many times it recycles. But since that is... Okay, so it only reuses the second coin. Got it, okay. So the first hit's gonna heal you, and then the second hit is going to be not only healing you, but you're gonna see how many times you can flip it in a row to reuse it, which for me will be only once, because I always roll frickin' tails on my egos, but hey, you know what? Solid. Really solid. Just a solid healing ego. Kind of all it needed to be. So, great. Besides that, we have Wing Beat, the corrosion skill, same name as the regular ego skill. Indiscriminate, of course. Least core HP. That's actually nice, because that's usually not you always. Like, usually least HP is the enemy, or at least core. I guess at least core HP. Never mind. I mean, it's really good against bosses. I mean, bosses will always. No, never mind. Least core HP. Blah. I'm an idiot. No, not highest HP. Least HP. Least HP. Yeah, it's gonna target your team pretty much exclusively. Or if it's a like enemy encounter. Actually, we probably will target enemies unless they have a lot of max HP boosters. So, yeah. Hey, it's a little bit more controlled than usual, not just indiscriminate targeting anything on the board, but you have some control over it, so maybe you can make it work, especially solo. Means it has to target enemy, of course, but could run this on a limited team and still be able to control that a little bit. So, hey. Before attack, gain number of highest resonance attack weight. Damn. Okay. Deal HP percent damage to 5 random other allies. Heal HP itself equal to damage dealt to allies, including shield HP. This effect can kill allies. This unit dealt damage to an ally, gain attack power up, and gain haste. This skill's healing exceeds gain offense level based on healing. And then heal self based on damage dealt, inflict bleed, and then on kill gain attack power up. Okay. Yeah, not gonna lie, the corrosion's kind of nutty, but good lord, you're hitting your whole team. You do not want to do that. Maybe if you need a Hail Mary, or maybe you like just desperately need, desperate to get that attack weight, you need to win this enemy encounter, you can go corrosion. But yeah, no, this is gonna be just a very solid, insanely good healing ego that Ishmael did desperately need. Finally, our last one, a Wah. Okay, I didn't know this was a Wah. Shoot, okay. First Wah for Rodion. It is the Sanguine Desire. Gain point power for every bleed on target. I mean, it's kind of good if you're running Kurakumo, I guess, but you're not really on bleed teams much with Rodion. But she does have her own bleed generation, so don't forget that. That's there. The main target for the skill does not lose bleed count for this turn. Okay, very good. Keep the bleed on. After 3 turns, lose SP at turn end. Or for 3 turns. Okay, yeah, it's expensive. You're gonna be losing SP, it's gonna make you hurt for using it. But what's the benefit? Inflict lust affinity damage to bleed potency on target times X. At Y plus lust resonance, inflict lust affinity damage equal to bleed potency instead. At A resonance, absolute resonance, inflict lust affinity damage equal to bleed potency on target X plus plus instead. Okay. So not only are you just flat inflicting bleed potency damage, which bleeds gets very high very fast, you're also doing it again for the resonance, and again for absolute resonance. Well, I assume it's taking the highest number, but hey, get that absolute resonance, insane amounts of scaling off bleed potency. Yeah, this is gonna really hurt a target and probably kill them. And oh boy, look at that. On a kill, if the skill or coin effect deals damage that exceeds the target's remaining HP, deal the excess damage as fixed damage between all enemies. That's actually really insane. If you have a target, if you see a guy that's staggered and he has like 20 HP, you get that resonance and you just whack him for 100 plus damage, 200 plus damage, depending on how like high we're talking about scaling the freaking bleed here in like ego gifts and stuff. Deal that damage to all enemies. All enemies. So this is an on-kill ego. That is super cool. Love that. And then ego corrosion, much simpler than Ishmael's. Target indiscriminately. Gain number of highest resonance -2 attack weight. Okay, yeah. And then inflict less resonance bleed and bleed count on hit. Interesting. I didn't really go over the passes too much because Ishmael's was just more healing. But this one is actually, this unit's leftmost skill in the dashboard inflicts double the bleed potency. So hey, got Rodion rocking a bleed ID. Maybe in the near future she'll get new bleed IDs. It's not like Kurakumo, because I recognize that like Kurakumo's alright, but it's not like the be-all end-all for bleed. Maybe she gets a bleeding ID in the future that's more bleed than Kurakumo. But even if it's just Kurakumo, double bleed potency, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, no, so big hitter for an ego here. Damn. And then for this was just more max HP regaining on hit. And that's just really solid as a passive. So, holy smokes, this is a long video. I did not plan to talk about Philip for that long. Philip Sinclair, but here we are. We also had 2 egos, so I guess, you know, that works as well for the time budgeting. Oh, man. Words cannot express how excited I am for this. I am so excited for this ID. And also, patch notes did come out, including for Mirror Dungeon 4. Not going to really go over those. I'm not a patch notes guy, but I'm thinking I will do like I did for Mirror Dungeon 3. I'll probably put out a video of me doing Mirror Dungeon 4. Maybe I'll have the patch notes up just talking about the changes in that way, so it's like not just you staring at text like these videos are with the ID reveals. But with all that being said, very excited for Mirror Dungeon 4. Very excited for all the new stuff. Very excited for Wapungus Knocked once more. Thank you all so much for watching and for all the support. It really means the world to me. I'm just happy making videos, and you know, if people get enjoyment out of them, that makes me happy too. So, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!